Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. The wonderful world of Moto Guzzi. Okay, we're looking at heads today. Now, originally I wasn't going to touch these because I didn't think I was going to be able to get the headers off. And I was going to stick them back on the engine, run it for a few months, and then pull the headers off when I got some inspiration. But I got inspiration early. And if you look at my video, it details how I got these damned exhaust nuts off. So anyways, while that was happening, what I did was I put the heads in this position and I filled up the combustion chamber with gasoline, with petrol, to see if they would leak. And they didn't. I got a slight weep on that head. Very slight weep from the exhaust, and hardly anything from this over the course of about 5 hours. And the old motorcycle mechanics back in England, they used to give it as a test, if you pour kerosene, paraffin in the ports, and then see how long it takes to seep out, and if it'll hold it back for 20 minutes, that's all good. Well, she did that. And I thought, oh, that's good to go. Let's leave it. And then I thought, well, really, I should have a look, being as I've got the heads on the bench and I can't do anything else while I'm waiting for the barrels to come back. I don't have a valve spring compressor. I lent it to somebody, can't remember who. And I tried with a welding clamp to get the valves collars off, but I couldn't. So, screw it. I decided to make a valve spring compressor out of bits of junk that were lying around. So a couple of little bits of 1x1/4, or was it slightly thicker, flat bar, 1 inch square tubing. Put a 3/4 ready rod, an old nut, and then this piece, which I'd made previously, to stick on the end of a welding clamp. And it worked okay. But it was still a bit wobbly and you needed 3 hands. So what I did was I welded it onto here and had this, rounded this off in the lathe so it fits in a valve nicely. And lo and behold, it worked down well. So improvise and adapt, hey, and all that good stuff. Works a treat. Won't have to buy one now. Okay, so get that out of the way. Now then, things you have to do. As you've got it, as I had it apart, looked at the valve seats, and you know what, the valve seats are pretty nice. They're about the ideal width. The inlet is nice and thin and looks shiny all the way around. Exhaust not bad at all, and on this one, same deal. They look pretty darn good. And so look at the valves. Yeah, that needs a little bit of work. It's a little bit indented, but bad. The exhaust valve, not bad, not bad, not bad. Few pits, but quite suitable. Same on here. This one's nice. This one, well, if you can see, there's a bad pit there. It goes quite deep. Quite deep. There are pits, but they would grind out normally. But that one's quite deep. And then if we flip it over, you see that little chunk missing. So I think the engine's been stood with this valve open, and it's quite corroded. It's been stood with the valve open and corrosion's got in, or it was run on poor gasoline before she was put away, who knows. So I'm not going to use this. I would in a pinch, but I really don't like that piece missing. So, because I've known these, not in this engine, but I've known engines where the valve it splits there. And it buggers up the seat, and sometimes the head will drop off and crash into the piston, and oh man, what a performance. Anyway, so while everything was out, I measured the valve stems with a jolly old micrometer, and these are the values. Inlet is 0.3138. Exhaust valve's a little small, but if you measure the whole valve, it's the same at the top as all the way down. So yeah, I think that's a manufacturing deal. On the other side, they're both spot on. Where's my piece of paper? Yeah, this diagram here shows the sizes that they would be, and they're all within spec apart from the exhaust valve on the left-hand cylinder here. But I'm going to go with that because if you put her in, pop her in, trying to do this one-handed around the corner where I can't see. There we go. You put her in, there's very, very little play there. I think that's absolutely perfect. So with the film of oil, that'll be okay. And you have to check the valve springs. So again, referring to the book. There we go. And they're all within spec. They're all bang on what they should be. So so these are all good. Outers and inners, they're all fine. They're all within spec. So this head is going to go back together with these valves. I might just cut the inlet valve faces on this side a little, grind it in, see what they look like. There's a little bit of pitting there, but not much. I think that'll come out with a good grind. So I think that'll take a good grind, that'll be fine. This one will take a grind, that'll be fine. And this one is going to get a new valve, so we'll see where we are with that. Okay, so there we are. Heads, you win, and tails, you lose, if at all. So we're getting there slowly, doing it bit by bit, trying not to make mistakes. So there's heads for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, such as it is. Take care of yourselves, look after one another, have fun in Guzzi land. Bye for now.